Hey folks, and welcome back here to Gatekeeper Media as we continue to bring you coverage of the 2022 Green Mountain Championship, our first playoff event for the Disc Golf Pro Tour this year. We are with our chase card, and we are on the back nine of our second round at Fox Run Meadows, and we appreciate you all for tuning in. Special thank you going out to our Patreon supporters. I am Dustin Murray. Joining me is Nathan Queen, and we have a heck of a round for you.
Yeah, we've been enjoying some great golf out here at Fox Run Meadows. We see Isaac Robinson and Matty O both start with 4 birdies in a row. But all of our players running into some bogeys along the way with all of the OB that comes into play.
And you can see rising up to the top, is Ricky Wysocki and Isaac Robinson at 14 under par each, but everyone is pretty tight up in our top 10. So we get into hole 10, a little bit of reprieve after some tough holes in the end of the front nine.
Yeah, 316 feet, but plays a bit shorter. There's some OB right side that you don't really see come into play too often. OB long also, but throwing downhill, you've got a nice backstop. One of the ones you've got to get the birdie on.
Great touchback in here from Robinson, right in the bullseye. What a shot.
Yes, sir. That's how you do it. Or you can do it with a forehand.
You can also do it with the lefty backhand, right, Nathan?
Yeah, that's what I prefer. That's my style.
Indeed. As that rolls right in near the bullseye as well from Dickerson.
Yeah, this one can really play tricks on your mind if you don't get it. This is one of those ones you're like, all right, no matter what happened on the back nine, gonna get that birdie to start on hole 10, and then if you don't get it, it can get you feeling a little down. Just got to make sure you reset, or just go ahead and get it. That's what you're supposed to do. 71% of the field got it today.
A little bit fortunate there, honestly. That OB on the right-hand side almost came into play for Matty O. And it's kind of a little bit of a death putt with the OB behind the basket, but... Bradley ain't concerned.
He's not. He's made a few good putts so far this round. Connects on that one for birdie to get to 3 down for the round.
Oh, no. He had a couple of missed putts on hole 9, and then fumbles it here, too, on 10.
Yeah, a big mistake there that you really don't see from Matty O too often.
No, I'd say putting is certainly one of his biggest strengths.
And just the slope of the hill got him a little bit. You saw he missed left side. That is the side that's sloping down. It does come into play a little bit when you're lining up your putts. Moving into hole 11, kind of in the middle of the field on difficulty, does average under par. 594 feet. Get your disc out 380, 400 or so, and try to get as far left as you can without forcing that OB too much. And you'll be in a good spot, but still probably blind. This green is difficult to see the pin no matter where you land at, and it's fast down there too. OB coming into play quickly.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's almost always going to be a blind approach, as you said, and so it really comes down to feel and your preparation before game day on kind of understanding the power and position you want to put the disc on to try to land near the basket.
And I like where Chris's disc is heading right now. Oh, but kind of gets a dead skip. Still should be in a pretty good spot. I thought he was going to be a little bit more left, though.
Yeah, the rock wall that's kind of the mouth to the green is about 510 feet off of the tee. But as you said, getting about 400 or feet or so and staying in balance is plenty.
And this is going to be a pretty funny angle into that green. It's very tight. He should be able to hit the gap from there, but it's kind of up in the air what's going to happen from that.
Big shot from Matty O.
And the crowd loves it up there in a good spot. And he does hit the correct gap. But too much angle on that disc, gonna end up hitting right side. Be able to pitch up for a par. Or maybe run a long putt.
Catching a tree, but it looks like it danced right near the circle's edge. So we'll have a putt for birdie. A little jump putt approach here for Isaac. Great way to control the speed.
And does it nicely. I couldn't tell if that hit some leaves or not to slow it down, but gets up there probably inside 20 feet. Oh, and Chris is where I thought he was heading to. That's a fantastic spot. Just looking straight at it. Gonna go ahead and tap in another birdie.
Yeah, you probably got about 450 or so off the tee.
And great bid there. That OB comes up quick behind this basket. Able to give it a pretty good run. Catch some metal.
Man, Matt just cannot get the putt down these last few holes.
Yeah, he's been getting that body down.
Yeah, he definitely wears his heart on his sleeve. Like he's one of those guys that you can see it, but he's very good about resetting afterwards.
Yeah, I don't mind it a bit. It's good to show a little bit of emotion out there. As long as, like you said, you quickly move on from it and get to your next shot.
From knowing him, because we kind of come from the same area, you know, and playing with him and such, he's definitely one of those guys that just focuses up for the next one. Doesn't really let it hang on him too hard.
Yeah, and Chris Dickerson showing that 3 of the last 4 birdies after a bogey on hole 7. Moving into hole 12, 731-foot par 4. A really fun hole, but still pretty difficult. You've got 380 or so to this OB ditch. But really not in play to cross it either. It's a little bit too much to get across it. If you don't get far enough left, you have a pinched off angle towards this green, which does again slope towards some OB onto the right.
Yeah, the edge of that OB line is kind of roughly, around 375 on this first little island. So just, trying to come up short of that, like you said.
And well out of position for a birdie on that. Again, it didn't really look like he was trying for too much, but he does have some pretty easy form. I can't imagine he was trying to lay it up that short. And good distance, but stays too far right.
Yep.
It's going to have a hard time accessing the green from there.
This hole 12 is basically like a half a hole 7.
Yeah. And nothing's too stellar off of the tee here. I don't know that we're going to have too much of an opportunity. Isaac got up there pretty good. Chris got way farther than I thought he did.
Now he's trying to work some magic here with a little bit of a force over. No pun intended, because that is probably a force.
It needs to... Yeah, that was a good grab. It didn't cut roll too much. Should be in a good spot to get up and down for par from there.
Oh my God.
Oh,
what a throw.
that's incredible.
Yep. That was probably his flow, which he just is his main control distance driver, and he's one of the few that throws it, honestly.
Bradley having to work that big turnover also. And also gonna throw an incredible shot, get up there right around circle's edge. Two really good, well-thrown turnover shots there. A lot of the time you see those fade out too early or burn over too early.
Right. It's a great shot from Isaac Robinson. Was the best off of the tee and takes advantage of that.
Small chance for the birdie.
That's one you can't be upset with at all. Didn't really have much there. Tried to make something happen and won't be penalized for that attempt.
Yeah, after that tee shot, birdie would have been bonus for both of those players right there. Isaac, after his tee shot, probably wishes he was a little bit closer. But doesn't matter. He's got his second 4 in a row of the round.
He's come to play for sure.
Getting himself to 8 down, still tied for the lead from Chase Card. Hole 13, 375-foot par 3. Playing is one of the easier holes on the course. I guess I'm biased. I'm left-handed and don't throw forehands, so this hole feels hard to me. But I guess it is an easy righty backhand. Just kind of fade right before or right behind this power pole.
Yeah, it's one of those holes where you wouldn't really call it the signature hole of the course by any means, but for some reason this always like kind of sticks out in my memory for this course.
Right, it's a pretty, you can see down towards 18's green, or 18's fairway looking down, and the background, just see those mountains in the background. That always sticks out in my mind too.
Right.
Great
I mean,
shot.
You have your pick of the
Dickerson.
litter on iconic holes on this course for sure.
Yeah, I think 18's got to be signature on this one, just because 18 is what it is. You're looking down at the clubhouse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Kind of king of the mountain type of thing.
That's fair. Solid shot there in the circle.
Yeah, going back to that super high-speed disc again. Trying to get some big skips.
I believe that was his enforcer, his most overstable driver. And this putt will go, and that's a big one for him.
Yeah, needed that one for sure. Had a couple here recently in the round that just weren't quite going in, so that should get him back on track. Isaac never really off track. 5 in a row now, 9 down. Keeping pace with the leaders.
Nice bird for Bradley. 2 down so far on the back 9, 4 down overall. Keep himself in the top 10.
3 for 3, and looks like we might get one of those diamonds.
When you say it like that, it sounds a little bit better than diamond frame.
Sweet. It's growing on you. I like it. Into hole 14. 342 feet. You've got that OB right. It can creep into play late if you hit these guardian trees. You can kind of roll OB down there. But plays a bit longer, maybe 380 or so. This looks great. But does come up a bit short.
kind of reminds me of like a little bit longer hole 3.
Yeah, longer and keeps going uphill the rest of the way. But definitely has that guarded green.
What a rollout. Man, right on the bullseye now.
Yeah, Chris looking to get himself to 7 down on the round, putting together a quiet round.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that had a huge start to the year. Like, he was winning titles left and right at the very beginning of the year. Obviously, he didn't attend the European Open. And then he's had, just a couple of events where he wasn't quite on top of things. Still in the top 20. In fact, I don't think Dickerson's placed outside of the top 20 this year, but it's been a little bit quiet, like you said.
Oh, and Matty O is asking for it to sneak through. Gets it. Let's watch it again. End up in the bullseye.
Looking to go back to back. Oh.
Oh, man. And maybe a bit too much steam. Seemed to catch a lot of chains there, though.
Obviously from a knee, so not ideal.
Yeah, just a bit too much angles. When you're stretching out that far, it's really hard to get your disc to carry and glide like it's supposed to.
We'll see Dickerson and Matty O grab a couple of birdies here, and Bradley and Isaac will grab the pars.
Yeah, and these trees are a good preface to getting into hole 15. Very similar looking to this green right here. Just a lot of trees everywhere.
Yeah, you would think you're back at Brewster Ridge here in just a second.
Yeah, right now here we are at Brewster, 321-foot par 3, hole 15. As you see, just straight for about 280 and then take a right. It skinnies up even more at the end of this fairway, so really have to stay center fairway.
Yeah, I thought we weren't playing the woods today, Nathan. What is this?
Yeah, these next 2 holes trick you for a minute. This is one of the newer holes over here on Fox Run.
Ooh. See, just gotta talk to your disc. That's all it is.
Yeah. 2 holes in a row. Sneaking on through the trees. But I believe this hole came into play 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Brand new when they put in those holes at Brewster also.
What a backhand.
Yeah, that's just so clean.
Well, actually, still got to near the edge of the circle.
Yeah, got a bit more ground play. All this, these wood chips are mulch that they've got down seems new to me. I don't remember all that being there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't either. Usually just around the greens, not the whole fairway.
I like the look, though. It looks nice. Curious to see if hole 16's that way.
What a putt from Bradley.
And there it is. Let's watch it again. That's 40-foot easy straddle. Gets him to 5 down for the round.
Isaac with the immediate recovery as well from the previous hole. Nails his birdie. The 3 through the last 4 going his way. 10 down on the round. He is looking hot for the lead card.
He has been tied for first since the whole back 9, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Matty O with the turkey here in the midst of the back 9. Keeps him in the top 5. I'm down to have him back tomorrow. I mean, if he can do better than that, that's great too, obviously. But
yeah, it's looking like most of these players are trying to be back tomorrow.
They're looking all like they're going to be on coverage of some sort tomorrow. Put it that way as we head to a short break before finishing off the back nine.
Right, hole 16, 711-foot par 4. You really want to land right at this tee pad if you can for your second shot. If you're a little bit shorter than that, you've got an uphill slope, which makes it much more difficult to get out of that last tail end of that gap and up to this green. OB, once you get out, all down the right side that curls around the back as well, and that ditch right there for the exit gap is also OB.
Ooh, I don't know what made him stop, or I mean, I heard something before he stopped.
Well, good stop. Way to hang on to it. There was a lot of momentum going already.
Oh, okay, I heard that. Someone's like screaming out there, and there's some round of applause as well. That's two stop. You hardly ever see a two stopper.
Someone made a good putt.
Like, how do you recover from that? Like
Just
that, I guess.
Like this.
Wow.
Fade back. Oh, brutal.
Yeah, it's still good.
Yes, still good.
But could have been potentially even greater. Which after two stops, to keep his composure like that, pretty solid.
And Isaac just throwing right on through the clapping in the background. That's where I should have used brutal. That was pretty mean. He threw that down the fairway. Didn't even hit a tree, but skips off into the abyss of the right side.
Oh, that was a great second kick.
And he'll have a decision to make from there, whether he wants to try to get out of the woods or just pitch up to a good spot to attack the pin.
Dickerson's decision will be much easier.
Yeah, he's going to have a good open look. He's kind of on that upslope, though. We'll see if he's able to run up or if he's going to have to do kind of a standstill.
Looks like he's going for it with this disc in hand, just like a destroyer.
Yeah, and it looks like he should go for it, too. He got up there pretty good. Oh, and just enough turnover to miss those trees that are in the OB area. So he gets out nicely. Going to have a good look for par.
Solid there from Mr. Isaac.
A nice bounce out, too. Keeps him out of the woods. Going to have a clean circle 2 look. So Chris did go with the run up that hill. Pays off pretty nicely. Also going to have that circle 2 look.
Matty O, who got well on up here, just going mid to get to the green.
It looks low.
It does. That was a little off.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Bradley, one of the smoother throwers of a putter. That's you definitely don't see that. When he's got a putter in his hand, you expect him inside 20.
And that was about 70 feet or so for Matty O trying to run that, but we'll have to settle for par. Dickerson catching the top side of the basket there.
Yeah, it looked like he was playing for a tailwind drop and just got it a little later than expected.
Good par from Bradley Williams.
Yeah, he threw it right where he wanted to. Just wanted to keep making those good putts he's been making this round.
Fair enough. Isaac will take the bogey after having to pitch out from the woods after the tee shot.
Yeah, only 17% of the field taking birdie on this hole. It did average over par. So there were some big numbers, 9 double bogeys and multiple triple bogeys as well. Well, a couple players. But not too many birdies. And hole 17, 321-foot par 3. Really seems to play farther than that. But big hyzer around the right side. Some OB you got to deal with. It's kind of a funny angle. If you push it too far, you can get in that right OB a lot faster than you think.
Oh! Hits the stand.
Dang.
He's like... I love Matt. You can't not love Matt. You'd be hard-pressed to not like him.
I was pretty upset when they put the Mando in on this hole.
I can't imagine why that would be.
Yeah, I used to be able to birdie this one. Throw a hyzer over 18's tee pad over to the left side. Can't do that anymore.
Ooh, that needs to stop rolling. Okay.
These guys are just pinpointing hyzers over here.
I was actually surprised we didn't get like a depressed sounding righty hyzer from you on the description of the hole.
No, we're up here at Smuggler's Notch, man. It's not.
It's
even
too
with
pretty.
even with the righty hyzers, I'm still feeling pretty good about it.
Fair. There's a lot of people actually asking about that, Nathan Queen. Obviously, you were last year's champion of the tour. I know you were dealing some injury this year, and people were kind of asking about it. So we wish you well.
Thanks, man. I'm doing what I need to try to get better. I'll be out there when I can. As Isaac Robinson just absolutely pinning it. We've got 3 players right there at it, and Chris gonna elect to not run that downhill putt straight towards all the touring players' vans.
God, this place is so pretty. Maybe Matty admiring the scenery a little too much before the putt there. Didn't quite land it.
Yeah, that's the third one or so I can think of now.
Yep.
Just not quite right. Not far off, but not quite right. Is Bradley making another good putt, moving himself to 6 down on the round. Up there tied for 8th. All of our players shooting well, keeping themselves in the mix.
I mean, what a shot from Isaac Robinson, man.
Yeah, look at that. Up
Landing in
inside
there.
the box.
That's unreal.
And here we are, what I believe to be the signature hole of Smuggler's Notch, Fox Run Meadows. Hole 18, 775-foot downhill, throwing towards the pro shop, clubhouse. Got OB right side, OB road left side. Bite off as much as you want to if you think you're going to stay in the middle. You can even reach that tree down there. It's inbound.
Yeah. This hole's a cruel mistress, that's for sure.
As Bradley not getting too aggressive. Looks like he's laid up to a good area. A bit more aggressive from Isaac here.
Works out great, though. Right where you want to be. Madigan going really overstable here off the tee. Oh, man. That's so close. That's kind of why he went overstable, so it wouldn't glide and push over the entire flight like a more understable disc would, but it still drifted too much.
Yeah, the way that we've seen the ground play work the rest of the round, I kind of expected that to dig. That's more roll than we've seen. As Chris gets it down there very well on the right side. Gonna have to decide if he wants to go left or right of this tree. As Bradley leaves that a bit low. Gonna have a very scary birdie look if he wants it. Trying to get up and down for par. Should have an opportunity inside circle 1.
Yeah, pretty good recovery shot there after going OB off the tee. We've been seeing smooth turnovers all day from Isaac. And this will be no exception, though it does come up a bit short.
Just the late drift on that. That's such a fun shot.
Yep.
Slowly turning more the entire flight. As Chris got way down there, just going to chip up a forehand that sits nicely.
Bradley from deep, circle 2. Just lays it up.
Smart. Ooh, and that's a scary run. It looks like he did sit down. Gonna have a fairly easy par look. Bit of a tester here for Matty O.
But we'll land the par save.
Yeah, and that's a good catch to finish his round. Been missing left side. That one was just slightly right, but caught very well. Gonna get his par, put him in 7 under and in 7th place.
Dickerson will grab the bird, and that should put him on the lead card for tomorrow.
Hardest hole on the course. Again, 48% of the field taking bogeys. 13 double bogeys, 10 triple bogeys or above. But Chris Dickerson taking the birdie, gets the lead card. Isaac Robinson shooting 10 down on the round. Also gonna make his way up to that lead card. We're gonna see Matty O and Bradley Williams again here on Gatekeeper tomorrow.
Indeed, we are, as Isaac and Dickerson will be joining Paul Macbeth and Ricky Wysocki. We'll be getting Aaron Gossage and Adam Hammis to join up with Matty O and Bradley Williams for our chase card coverage for round 3, as we'll return on back to Brewster Ridge and to the woods for that moving day, as we do appreciate you all tuning into this coverage, and we hope that you'll follow and subscribe for some more. Again, a special thank you goes out to all of the Patreon supporters who helped make the coverage possible. And my name is Dustin Murray. With me was Nathan Clean, and we'll see you for the 3rd round.
We'll see you guys out there.